What sort of a KFC parking lot did this creature crawl out of? I'm pretty sure that majority of people are aware that all developed nations are under replacement rates for births. It's under 2.1 child per woman, which was supposed to be the maintain the population rates. In this video, we're gonna cover some sort of a societal perspective that not having kids, well, not having or hating kids, it somehow uh, should be publicly praised. A lot of people feel comfortable to go on the internet and say like how much they hate kids. Like that's a disgusting sentiment to have, but yet they feel free to say it. Okay, we are at the degeneracy factory at TikTok. So this modern age thinking woman is gonna give us a reason why she doesn't want to have any kids. Then she has some critique for other people that have kids. Let's see it.
I don't really see the benefit of having children, and I know that makes me sound very selfish.
No, it doesn't.
But I personally feel like it's a very selfless act to have kids, and I think a lot of people have kids for selfish reasons, actually. I think they have them because they don't want to be alone. I think they have them because they want something to always love them. I think they want to see themselves in another person. They want something for themselves, whereas I think if you are going to be a good parent, you have to be selfless and know that you are literally giving up your life to now take care of another human
And you don't think you want that?
The older I get, I kept thinking maybe I'll change my mind, and maybe I will change my mind.
When you meet the right person.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but even then, I just feel like I can't imagine being woken up in the morning to screaming toddlers, to grumpy teenagers, and this is gonna make me sound really bad, to going to soccer games and traveling for tournaments.
Everything's
and
for somebody else.
School
Yeah.
meetings, and it makes me sound really, really selfish. But
Oh, there we go. The truth came out. Everything's for somebody else. Yo, listen, you bumbaclat. Listen, she's the last individual on the goddamn planet that should be giving criticisms why people have kids apparently for the wrong reasons. Bro, you literally in your own statement, you identified yourself correctly. You are a selfish individual. Like, bro, like what the... And by the way, look at the girly club. She identified herself correctly. She is a selfish individual. All of her traits, the reasons why she's not gonna have kids, all of them are about her, are about her feelings. Nothing else matters. But of course, she had to bring down people who have kids down to her level because she doesn't agree why they are having kids. Because apparently they are just as selfish as she is. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. And the other woman, look at how she reacted when she called herself selfish. No, you ain't. Yes, she is. Did she make any good points? No. All she said is, if you have kids, don't think that you're better than me because you're having kids not to be alone when you're older. That's all she said. Don't think that you're better than me if you have kids. I'm not gonna have kids because I don't wanna hear the screaming toddlers. I don't wanna sacrifice, which by the way, sacrificing your life, that is such a moronic thing to say. You're sacrificing your life. Bro, how much time do you think? 20 years? 20 years. From the last kid that you're gonna have, 20 years max. 20 years. So if you have the last kid at 25, let's say, you're gonna be 45. And majority of your kids are gonna be grown up and moved on. Your life is not over at 45. Like, what is up with these people thinking that your life ends? Majority of people live till they 80. Being a parent is not for everyone, and that's okay. Okay, if you say so. Let's say you have some sort of a bro. These people who have zero. This is a failure of her parents to instill the fact that she has inherent obligations and responsibilities that she has to do, not only for herself, not only for her parents, but for the broader society, and most importantly for the whole human race in general. You have an obligation to have kids, but of course The moment you introduce that, you're somehow oppressive because you have a standard that you set for people. Of course, having a standard for anything is wrong, because as long as everybody can indulge in their degeneracy, that's how it's supposed to work, I guess. Being parent. Let's see. Okay, this one. Nah, this one's a dude. Nah, this one's a woman. How is she gonna talk? Yo, how are you gonna talk that having kids is not for everyone, and yet you have kids? This is basically, this video is just a massive circle J's for women. I know I'm gonna sound selfish. Oh, baby girl, you're not selfish. Don't say that. I want to live for myself. I don't want to invest in anything else. Kids are annoying. Even though I understand the perspective of having kids, I just don't want to dedicate my life to it because my happiness in the moment is more important. No, baby girl, you're not selfish. Okay, if you say so. Now let's look at the complete opposite. Why people have babies, and let's look at the dichotomy between the two.
Literally the best thing ever. It can be hard at sometimes, don't get me wrong. There are hard nights and they do cry and there's dirty diapers, but nothing beats just like looking at your baby's face and knowing they're yours. You are the best thing ever. You're the best thing ever. And you are your baby's whole world. It is literally insane. If you're pregnant right now and nervous, don't be, because as soon as your baby gets here, everything, even when it's hard, it just feels so perfect. Yeah, you're the best. Yeah, you'll bring all the cries and all the poopy diapers. And don't tell me just wait till they're a toddler. I'm so excited to see you grow. Being your mommy is the best thing ever.
And you see, like, even just trying to articulate the point why you should have kids, it's nonsensical. Because kids are literally, it's like saying, why even try in life? Because the opposite is that you don't try in life. Why even have kids? Because the opposite is not having kids. Bro, I don't have any kids, and even I understand that the obligation, first of all, the obligation and the joy that I'm an uncle, I understand that the joy that a kid can bring to people's lives. It's completely understand. I understand that the stress that in people's life as well. But to think that I'd rather sip my pina colada on the beach instead of having children, you want to talk about degeneracy. So I found this video, and this one is the perfect representation of the mind virus that is affecting the modern society. This one is the perfect representation of that.
And that says he doesn't want children is seen as how responsible. But women are never talked about as how responsible.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna have to stop the clip because she says a lot of nonsense. I need to address it. First of all, the presupposition that if a man says that he doesn't want kids and he's gonna be perceived as responsible, that is completely false. Because the only people that would perceive him as responsible are people who adhere to her ideology. People who adhere to my ideology would not look at him as responsible in any way, shape, or form. They will look at him as a loser, as a very selfish individual. That's how they would perceive the man. But of course, she likes to live in a very cozy bubble where everyone believes the stuff that she believes.
And I think it's really responsible if you don't want children not to have them. And if a woman decides I want to sterilise myself so I don't have to go through the agony of having an abortion, then let...
Can you see the moral degeneracy that these people have? Like, bro, like, yo, how about, yo, what sort of a KFC parking lot did this creature crawl out of? Bro, can you close your chicken legs up and you won't need to get an abortion? How about that? Oh, it's too much to ask for, is it? No, but you're just gonna have to turn around and kill kiddos, right? There's an interesting fact that I carry at the back of my mind For example, during the 6-year period that World War II happened, across the world, 73 million people died, casualties of war. So that means soldiers and civilians. Now, for the past 6 years, at the modern age from 2024, 6 years, 470 million abortions. 500 million people's lives were lost because idiots like her couldn't keep her chicken legs closed. Bro, I seriously hope that God exists, because may Lord Jesus strike you down, bitch. Now, for this video, I did do some independent research. I went to an Omegle, asked a bunch of women whether they want kids and what age they want kids and what would be the reason that some women do not want kids. So the majority of women were between 19 or 20. Majority of them wanted kids. Majority of them wanted 2 or more kids. Half of them wanted in the early 20s, and the other half in the late 20s. And I only met one woman who was 29. She doesn't want kids. She never wants kids. And her reasoning was, likes to travel and move often, does not want responsibility. Yeah, sounds like not a selfish individual, huh? Regarding the political leniency, because this is extremely important regarding the ideology that people subscribe to. And just in regards to political ideology, I know that in America, younger men are leaning quite far to the right at the moment, and younger women just went off the rails to the left. And yeah, this is gonna be an issue in the future. I don't think it's gonna be an issue for the men. I think it's gonna be an issue for the women, because if you think that you're gonna bring your feminist nonsense to a traditional guy can go to other countries and get a woman. One of these feminist dumbasses, you think that they're gonna go to a different country and get them? Bro, like, those men do not want you. They don't want you, bro. So prepare some cats, prepare some dogs, prepare some... Yo, bro, you can make a killing. You can make a massive... This is not financial advice, but you can make a massive profit. Invest in cat food, dog food, any sort of an animal company, and boxed wine. Invest in those companies, bro. By the year 2030, you're gonna be making bank up in there. Okay, let's see the difference between the lifestyles. Let's see the difference between the lifestyles of having kids and not having kids. And you guys can choose which one you want. Looks heartwarming, right? Looks beautiful, looks heartwarming, right? Let's check out the other lifestyle. Damn, that looked so goddamn interesting, bro. I mean, the choice is quite obvious, to be honest. Maybe there was a fluke. Maybe that wasn't the best video to represent the lifestyles. Let's go one more round. I mean, looks wholesome, looks beautiful. They seem to be happy. Okay. Do I have to say anything else? Like, bro, which life do you think is more fulfilling? Wow, she traveled to some country. What's so great about seeing a bunch of immigrants? Bro, like, what? Stupidity. Oh, the the highlights of her life is when she's working out, right? Because you can't do that. You can't do that if you have kids. You can't travel if you have kids. You can't work out if you have kids. Oh, I guess going to the club. That's the perk. You traded a family for some nightclub fun. Makes a lot of sense. The ending. Okay, you guys don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, even though majority of people are absolute morons. Just make sure that you guys are good, have big, beautiful families. That's my message. Have big, beautiful families. Don't get brainwashed by these so-called influencers on TikTok. What they living, you don't see the fact that they are crying themselves to sleep every night. You don't see that when they're gonna be in their 40s, 50s, they're gonna be regretting that really bad. They can say that in their 30s because they've been brainwashed to think that it's fine to be, it's fine not to have kids in your 30s. Yo, the eggs are basically cracked and cooked. It's done. They look like a bunch of shriveled up raisins. It's done. They're done. Have big, beautiful families. So whenever you have like a family reunion, you can stand up and say, all of you exist because I got laid. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.